Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, D&J Reads. I'm Danielle, and today I'm going to be bringing you a contemporary romance reading vlog. So I'm on my way out the door right now. I'm actually going to a funny story release party at my Barnes & Noble. It is like 30 minutes away, so I have to get going right now. But I guess there's just going to be some games and giveaways, and I'm trying to get myself out there and do more bookish things this year. So I'm really excited about that. And actually recently I went to my first signing. I actually went to a different Barnes & Noble by me, and Hannah Bonam-Young was there, and she was signing her books that are out right now. So I picked up some signed copies of Next of Kin and Next to You. So I'm really excited to get to these. I'm hoping to get to them next month because it's the end of the month right now and I just don't have time to finish these, but I did get a little sticker that she signed for when Out on a Limb comes out, so I can put it into that book because I'm not going to be able to see her again. But super excited to be doing more bookish things. So unfortunately, I'm really bad at vlogging and I did not take a lot of video from the actual event itself, but I did want to show you some of the things I picked up from the event. So first up, I got these really cute bookmarks from each of Emily Henry's books. They say, "I feel overwhelmed that you exist." Then you see it on the back for beach read. And then, "You are in all of my happiest places" for happy place. And then, "Some books you don't read so much as live" for book lovers. And then, "I don't think I knew I was lonely until I met you" for people we meet on vacation. And then I do have the funny story one that is in my book downstairs though, so I will show that off to you a little bit later when I pick up a little bit more of that book. But another fun thing I got was this sticker set. It has all of the main characters' names. So we have Gus, Alex, Charlie, Wynn, and Miles. And then we have a sticker that has January, Poppy, Nora, Harriet, and Daphne on it. It has In My Emily Henry Era sticker, a Waning Bay Public Library sticker, which is where Daphne works in Funny Story, and then it has a stack of the books with the titles on them. I absolutely love this sticker set, and I can't wait to put this in my reading journal. And then another fun thing that I got at the event at Barnes & Noble was that I actually won one of the giveaways, and I won some nail polish that actually matches the book cover. You can see there. So I thought this was so fun. It was called Emily's Favorite Things, and I got to pick one of the items. I was the second person to win, so the tote bag was already gone. I would have picked that, but this was great too. I'm definitely gonna paint my nails this color next time I paint them. And then also at the event, I met some really cool people. I've never gone to like a bookish event like that. I've only gone to the one signing. So it was really cool to get out and do that sort of thing. I am trying to do that a little bit more now. There is another event that I'm going to next weekend. It's a book signing for Heartless Hunter, and I'm really excited for that one. We did play some games at the event. That was really fun. And overall, I just had a really good time. I'm really glad I went. So far, I have started this book. I'm about 39 pages in and I'm really enjoying it. I'm tabbing it up and I can already tell that I've got like 10 tabs in there and I've barely gotten into this book. So I have a huge feeling that I am going to absolutely love this book. I have tended to like Emily Henry's books about books, like book lovers and beach read, more than some of her other ones. So this has a very heavy book presence in it because the main character is a child librarian, and I just have a feeling I'm going to love this one so much. But if you're unaware, this one follows Daphne and Miles, who have just been broken up with by their significant others because their significant others wanted to be together. Daphne was engaged and supposed to be getting married soon. Miles was not, but he is just as distraught. They are actually living together right now because Daphne had nowhere else to go once her fiance kicked her out of the house. Both Daphne and Miles end up getting invited to the wedding of their exes, which super quick. They've only been together for like a month at this point. And they originally don't want to go, but then Miles is like, why don't we just go and make it awkward for them? So they reply yes to the RSVP. And things go from there. So I'm really excited to get into this. I'm just so pumped for this book. But it's time for me to get to work, so I will check back in when I read a little bit more of it. So I'm just sitting out here reading, and I wanted to show you that other bookmark that I got for a funny story. It says, "Everything worth doing comes with some risk," and I really, really like this one. I'm excited to see when I get to this quote in the book. I'm definitely going to be tabbing that up. I've got my tabs here. I've already gone through some of them, my pen, and I use the bookmark as a ruler for everything. So I've been doing that. So I'm just going to get some reading in before I head in for a shower and to cook dinner for myself. Gluten-free pasta. Yay. So I just got to chapter 10, and I'm having such a good time with this book. The characters of Daphne and Miles are great. I love their banter together, and they just feel like they belong together. I am so excited to see where this goes. Right now, they are roommates, and they are living together, and they just RSVP'd to the wedding of their exes, and they have decided that they are going to essentially fake date in order to go to this wedding together. Daphne says she wants to leave and possibly go back home or go live with her mother, but Miles doesn't want her to leave. He wants her to stay, so he is going to be kind of showing her around town and all of the things that she never got to see while she was with Peter. I am so excited to continue on with this. I can't wait. Back for a quick check-in. So I've read a bit more of Funny Story. I only have like 100 pages left. I am absolutely loving this book. It is so good. Miles and Daphne are absolutely adorable together. I love their banter. I have been nonstop laughing in this book, which is just so amazing. I love when a book can do that for me. But while Miles and Daphne are fake dating right now, their family does come into play in this, and they do have their own personal struggles with their family that they are kind of coming to a head now. They're dealing with them the best way that they can, but they are doing it together, which is really nice, and they're helping each other out. So at this point, they are still technically not together. I just really don't want to put this down, but I have to go do a family thing now, so we're going to do that. I'm going to go shopping, and then I will be picking the rest of this book up tonight. I will finish it tonight. So it's the next day, and I have finished Funny Story. I finished this last night, and I absolutely loved it. Look at all those tabs that I have in there. This was just such a fun book. There are so many blue tabs, which for me means that I literally laughed out loud. I just love Emily Henry's writing, and this might be my new favorite book from her. I know I said when I last checked in they weren't fully together yet, and that actually pretty much changed right away after I started reading again, which was good, because I need them to be together at least for a little bit of the book so I can get some enjoyment out of that. So I really like the character development in this book. Daphne and Miles both had their own family issues going on, and it was really great to see them confront those and kind of tell their family what was going on and why they were feeling the way they were, and then seeing their family make some changes to actually help them, which was great. I loved that. Obviously, there's always going to be that third act conflict and everything like that. This one I thought was handled pretty well, and Daphne, her whole goal was to get to the readathon, and obviously something is going to go wrong with the readathon. People are going to come and help, and everybody really pulled through for her, and I really, really liked seeing that. Obviously, I absolutely adored this book. 5 stars all the way. And if you haven't read any Emily Henry before, I would highly suggest picking this one up. It was such a fun read, and her personality really comes out in her writing. I absolutely loved it. But now that I've finished this one, I do have 2 options for the next book that I'm going to read. It's either going to be Next of Kin by Hannah Bonam-Young or Next to You by Hannah Bonam-Young. I don't really know which I'm going to go for first. I will decide and then come back and let you know how it's going. So as you can see, I started Next to You by Hannah Bonam-Young. I am really enjoying it so far. If you're unaware of what it's about, it follows Lane, who's in the middle of an identity crisis. Her friends are all partnered up and her career is heading nowhere, and she's just not happy. So she goes out for her 27th birthday, and after a night out, she goes home and she's just looking at these videos on YouTube, and she gets sucked into bus content. So she is going to buy this bus and fix it up. Then in comes Matt. He is one of her friend's friends, and he works at an auto shop, and he is going to help her fix up this bus. So their mutual attraction is undeniable, and they have silently agreed that friendship is the only thing that can ever exist between them, because Matt is a total family guy and Lane is entirely commitment adverse. So where can this go from here? So far, I'm loving this book. As you can see, I'm only like 40 pages in, and I have been tabbing it up a bunch. The blue are funny things. I could have put a ton more blue things in here, but I don't want to waste all of my tabs. But I am really connecting with Lane. She has anxiety, which she takes meds for. She's a little bit flighty, and I just am really, really connecting with her. One thing I will say is there are a couple trigger warnings at the beginning of the book that if you are planning on reading this, you should definitely look at. There is sudden death of a parent, fatal car accident, PTSD, anxiety, symptoms and treatments, agoraphobia, and infertility, which apparently is only mentioned in the epilogue, so maybe we won't get a lot of that talk throughout the book. But I'm going to keep going with this. It is a beautiful day at the park today. The cottonwood is out in force, though. It is everywhere. I feel like I'm going to be picking it off myself when I get home, but that's okay. It's just nice to be outside right now. So let me get back to this, and I'll check in a little bit later. So I ended up having to leave the park because it was so cold, but I got a good like 50 pages in there, and then I came home, sat outside on the porch for a little bit, but it got really cold out there, so I came inside and continued reading. I am about halfway through the book now, and there are so many tabs in here. I am loving this. I did not think that I was going to love it as much as I am, but that's a really good sign, and now it makes me even more excited for the other book that I have from her, Next of Kin, and then Out on a Limb, which is coming next month. So I am super excited to read more from her. But like I said, I'm having a great time with this book. I really like Lane. I know I said earlier that I kind of relate to her, but she is just so funny. I love her inner dialogue. She has these little spurts where she just like says what's on her mind, and oh my God, I absolutely love it. And then another thing I like in this book is the pining. Oh my gosh, there is so much pining. Matt is pining for Lane, Lane is pining for Matt, and finally something has happened, and I am just enjoying this so much. It also has been really great to see them working on the bus together, and Lane has to go home for her twin sister's wedding, and she's going to be taking Matt. He offered his assistance as a date, and she took him up on it. So I'm really trying not to spoil anything for you, but if any of that sounds good, definitely pick this up. I am going to continue on with it, and I will check back in with you when I finished. So I just got back from the park. It was a really nice day out, so I just kind of sunned myself, trying to get a little bit of a tan, and I laid down on a blanket and just enjoyed the rest of Next to You, and I finished it. Look at all of the tabs that I've got there. I absolutely loved this book. I am definitely giving it 5 stars. I think that this was so good. I really enjoyed all of the mental health representation in here. They talk about going to therapy. That comes up, and I really liked that. Lane and Matt are just so cute together. It takes them a little bit of time to get their stuff together, but in the end, obviously it's a romance, so we do get our HEA. It was really fun to hear about Lane fixing up the bus. We get to meet both of their families, and it was just an all-around really good read. I don't tab up books that I don't like, so this should tell you that I really liked this book. But I do think I'm just going to end the vlog here. I read Funny Story by Emily Henry and gave that 5 stars, and I read Next to You by Hannah Bonam-Young and also gave that 5 stars. So all around, I think this was a great reading vlog, and I highly suggest you pick up both of those books. But that's it for today. I'll see you next time. Bye!